Welcome back, everybody, to the Tradewaiters podcast, the comic book club, where we read a different trade paperback every single week. I'm Daniel, you're Nathan, you're Rena, we're fam. We read comics.
Our fam. We make everybody we know read comics and come onto our podcast.
Over and over and over again.
Over and over. Was it the last 5 weeks? 4 of them? Three or four of them have been
people.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
And then next couple, we're probably going to have people on them too.
Yep, exactly.
So
we keep forcing people to read comics.
yeah, got to mix it up.
I'm bored talking to Daniel about it.
Yeah, I'm sick of listening to you.
I better be on a Halloween and a Christmas one again.
Every year.
Yeah, every year.
Essential.
It has to be.
Yeah.
I've already been scouting new horror books.
Ever since
Bro,
since last Halloween, we've been like, okay, well, we got to go big next year.
Yeah.
And I think we have a pretty good lineup, I think. We got to figure out what our Christmas one is going to be. Are we going to do the horror Christmas?
There's not a lot of Christmas.
The Deviant?
Yeah.
I
Or
don't
isn't
know
there like a Krampus one?
There is like a Krampus book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the last one that we did, you said we should do one of them next year. So we should go back to whatever you said, because you said it would be a really good
What
one.
did you read last time?
The one with the elves. Remember it was
The Last Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
It had like that one Italian elf.
Yep, the Italian. Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
We got different time codes in our description. We got the book, which is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. We got Back Matter Matters in the poll list, but we start with the news. And do you have a shit ton of news?
So much big stinky news.
I know.
Serena, what did you bring for news?
I only have 3.
Okay. Oh, 3. That's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
But
3
one
more
of
than
them
most
is
guests.
not really a comic. 2 of them aren't really comic books.
We barely talk about comics.
I sent both of y'all the Instagram post, but Papa Elf passed away.
Oh, yeah.
From
That shit-
Elf?
Yeah, I forgot what his name is.
Yeah, I forgot too. But
Like the one that...
he was 93, I think, when he passed
Holy
away.
shit.
Yeah, dude.
I thought he was way older.
So he was
I
like
thought he already
70 during that
passed.
movie?
Bob Newhart,
Apparently.
94.
94.
Wow. Wait, the one where he sits on his lap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
It's not crazy.
Big rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P.
You always believed in Buddy.
Yeah.
And then I saw did you guys see the new Xbox controller of Deadpool?
Oh, yeah. Here it is.
Wait, why'd you already have
I
that
thought it
pulled
was
up?
fake.
That was my biggest news.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's real.
And then they have a whole custom Deadpool Xbox that has katanas on it.
So
and
you
shit.
can enter a
Wait,
sweepstakes and win a controller that has Deadpool's ass on the
Oh,
back.
it's a sweepstakes thing.
I
It's a
wonder if that
sweepstakes
would
thing?
mess up.
They don't normally sell those commercially very very much, but they do. Xbox always does hella sweepstakes, special edition ones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder
Okay.
if that would mess up the grip on,
Yeah,
the
just
I
have it-
feel
controller.
have it-
if I'm playing Fortnite or whatever, I'm just
You're just
I'm spreading his cheeks
You
by accident.
sus.
You change the grip where you're like this.
Yeah, I do claw grip, and then it's you're in his shit. You're in his guts.
Yeah, I thought it was fake too. We saw it in California, and I was like, no way, that's real.
Yeah, it's real. So
Damn. What else? I had one more.
this is good news so far.
Oh, they're coming out with another Beetlejuice movie. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
In 2 months.
Yeah.
The trailer came out
Oh, did you guys already
long-
talk about it? Awkward.
I don't know if we've talked about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first one, so I don't know.
You seen the first one?
It doesn't look very good to me. But
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
I
the
just
first
saw
one.
it for the first time last year.
The movie?
Yeah. Daniel's never seen it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I'll
not
watch it.
surprised,
I'll watch it and then go watch the new one or whatever. But
Yeah.
it just wasn't a part of our lore, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's not something where I'd be like, what? You haven't watched that? You know
It's
what I
kind
mean?
of scary.
A little, yeah.
For it being PG-13, there's some weird...
I thought it was a kid's horror movie.
It is.
I thought it was Halloween Town.
But it's kind of scary. There's weird body horror shit that goes in
Yeah, that's
Okay.
so true.
there. Yeah.
So do you saw the new trailer?
I didn't see the new trailer, but I know, what's her name? Winona Ryder?
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, and she was Wednesday.
Jenna Ortega.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice job.
Have you seen that one movie that she was in with the whole teacher and student thing?
Oh, no.
That was
Scream.
weird.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I watched it. It was weird. And the ending was not satisfying at all.
Yeah, it didn't look very good. It just seemed weird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know the dude who plays the Hobbit?
Yeah.
He's the teacher, and Jenna Ortega is a student, and they have a relationship. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's very scandalous.
But they also have there's a
They're not
lot
like
of
us.
Wait, they what?
There was like a lot of like backlash because like there was like a scene where like they're like pretending to have sex and like everyone's like, this is so disturbing or whatever. Like it was like really like there's a lot of backlash on it.
I think it's supposed to be
That
kind of
shit
shocking.
happens though. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
all the. It's not really news.
Good news. Are you excited for the juice to be loose? Because that's what he says.
Yeah.
He says the juice is loose. All right, good news.
Yeah.
I have some not so good news.
Oh, big rest in peace, Nathan. To the Omnibus
app. Dude, I was so pissed.
I was like, no. I'm like, oh, it's April Fool's Day or something. I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah. So
Wait,
like
what?
the app that we read comics on used to be the Comixology app.
Oh, is that why it wasn't working?
That turned into the Kindle app because Amazon acquired them, and I really like the Comixology app, so I'm a big hater of the Kindle app. But then Omnibus rose from the ashes of Comixology being dead, and they're like, we're going to be the comics reader app now. And then they weren't on Android for a little bit, so like it took me a little bit to get onto it. But then, like 2 months ago, maybe they released on Android, and now they're closing for good.
Yeah.
So they didn't get enough support, I guess. I bought 2 books on that app, so it's like
I bought like
Simon-
8 books.
Yeah, I mean
What's
their
cool-
their
what's-
reader wasn't even like that good, so but I was supporting them.
So like, what sucks about that is like, when Comixology like went to Kindle, that means like all the comics are like mixed in with like books on the Kindle app.
Like with no pictures or anything.
Yeah, and like when it's just like an app that has comics, they can give you like recommendations and stuff, and it's just like a little bit better about finding new things. And it sucks like looking for something, you know, because you'll get like if you search for like I don't know, like Batman or something, like Batman books will come up, you know, and it's just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And it's just it has not been good ever since.
Yeah, or you'll get some like random ass like regular book that no one cares about. And
Wish
it's like,
I
no, I want to
would've
read comics.
Told me sooner because I tried logging into the
Comixology?
Comixology and it just would not load. I was like, I'm never gonna read this book.
It didn't
bro.
tell you?
No,
to, like,
it
go to Kindle
literally
now?
said update the app, and I was like, okay,
Ooh.
updated. And then I tried logging in like 10 times. I was
Oh.
like, whatever. And then I went on Amazon, and then I was like, oh,
I
you
feel like
can
you were
download
just
on.
here though. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess we didn't let you know.
Yeah.
So how'd you read it on like Kindle?
On Kindle,
Oh, okay,
because
so she got there.
eventually I went back to the Amazon, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh, Kindle. So I looked it up on Kindle, and it was there, and I was like,
Ah, okay.
but I was like literally sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah. Rest
Yeah.
in peace to Omnibus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can still like download like the shit that you bought, and you can get like PDFs of or whatever,
Oh, okay.
and then the people that have bought like $100 worth of comics, they're gonna just refund those people.
So you're saying buy a bunch right now?
I don't know if you can.
Damn it.
I thought about them like, should I buy $100 for comics?
Just fuck them over more.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a bummer because
Yeah.
it like not even like a year. It felt like.
Yeah, it wasn't very long, but I mean, I'm sure it's pretty hard to like keep the lights on for that long and
Yeah.
wait for revenue to come in. So
Anyway,
good news in the comics world: Invincible got nominated for an Emmy for Sterling K. Brown's voiceover Provenance as Angstrom Levy.
nice.
So Invincible Emmy nomination.
Let's go.
WW.
That's pretty cool.
And you missed Black Hammer.
Yeah,
Me
big,
too.
Big fan.
Black Hammer's coming back, Nathan.
It is?
With Black Hammer Spiral City coming in November.
Is that a Substack thing?
It's like I don't know. It's like a reboot, I think.
Oh,
I think
cool.
his Substack was The Last Days of Black Hammer.
Oh, okay.
But
Is it Lemire and somebody else?
Jeff Lemire and Teddy Christensen. And
know him.
apparently it's like a reboot, so it's all new characters and it's great like jumping on point for new readers. I know you're not a new reader, but
Yeah, why are you pointing at me? She's a new reader.
You
Point
can
at her.
catch up. You can read it too.
Are you a fan of Black Hammer, Serena?
I don't know what that means.
Actually, have you seen? This is unrelated from what we were just talking about. But have you seen the new TMNT movie, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie?
Is that the one with Post Malone in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen like it.
You seen the movie?
No.
Oh,
Oh, well,
okay.
wait. No, yeah,
You're-
I
you're like-
have. I have.
Oh, you watched it?
I watched it at the drive-in.
Oh, good spot.
Yeah, we watched it,
With,
and it had
with
also
Superfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ice
Nice.
Cube.
Was it Ice Cube? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, what a vibe.
Well,
Yeah.
it's coming back for like that cast is going to be on a 12-episode event for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I think it's going to go over some of those characters. And Post Malone's coming back as Ray Fillet.
Yeah.
And it's going
It's
to
like
be
a show, right?
Yeah, like a 12-episode show. Premieres August 9th.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. A lot of the original
Just for
cast coming
12
back.
episodes.
On
Yeah, I
Paramount,
guess so.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Nathan,
So nobody's going to watch it.
in other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles news, TMNT Naruto crossover that is coming.
What the?
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the cover is drawn by Jorge Jimenez.
Ooh.
And it's fucking cool.
That is awesome.
I'll have to find it. But yeah, super random, like a manga.
That'll be like the first time I read anything Naruto.
Bro.
It's when
oh my
Michelangelo's just fucking doing his shit.
God. The fact that it's like so overhyped makes me like not want to watch it either. Like
Oh, it's it's probably
the same thing with like
One
One
Piece.
Piece. Like I watched like one episode, I was like this is boring as fuck. Like
You watched one episode and you
one
decided that?
episode, yeah.
You know, it's like Carter's favorite thing ever.
One Piece, yeah.
Yeah.
He had like, oh my god, I remember when he still lived at the house. He had like those robes that they would wear. Oh no, that was a different anime. But he like bought the robes, like.
Yeah, when he first moved in with me, he decorated his room one piece, which I'm like, whatever.
Oh, he took him down.
Yeah. Now he like wanted to be more adult, and he put like a Frank Ocean album on the wall or whatever.
Bruh, I know damn well he don't
like
listen to
and like a
Frank
Steve Lacy album on the wall.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like the most popular animes are just so overhyped.
Maybe
It's like this.
you don't know because you haven't watched all 1,200 episodes.
Bruh.
You just got to watch all 1,200 episodes.
Be for real. Yeah, there has to be a reason why everyone likes it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sure it's good, but I like the smaller animes.
me too. Like, I'm
like
pretty
the
sure
mangas
y'all
that
have
aren't
watched.
anime.
Yeah, they don't
Like
the
Erased.
books.
Erased was good.
I haven't seen that. Was that like a limited one?
Oh, it's
What'd
like
you call them?
Erased.
Erased. Oh.
I don't know if it was a show or a movie.
Wait, is he drawing the series or?
No. It's just covers.
Let me see.
I don't know. I don't know who's working
Oh
on it.
wait, I like his designs for the turtles.
Turtles, yeah, they're pretty sweet.
I like when they're like bandana masks.
They have like the shit that ninjas have or whatever in Naruto.
Oh yeah.
I like when they look more like scary in a way. You know
The
what
turtles?
I mean?
Yeah, totally. That'd be
because
horrifying.
When yeah, exactly. Because or
They're
like
too cartoony or whatever.
yeah, when they're too cartoony, I'm like okay.
I think it works for the animated movie though, because I
Yeah.
love those versions.
Yeah.
Dano, do you like when a celebrity does a comic?
Are you talking about Arcbound?
Talk about Arcbound by Tom Hardy
That was supposed to come out in March.
and Scott Snyder and Frank Thierry and Ryan Smallman, whoever that is. But yeah,
When's that come out? Like that's been like delayed. Like
it's been delayed. I think it was now August, but I don't know that for sure.
Okay. We got a trailer for Captain America: Brave New World.
Oh yeah,
Did you take a look at that?
yeah, it looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good.
I thought it was gonna look like shit because it's been through like
Three
reshoots.
reshoots. Yeah, they weren't even like hiding like the Red Hulk at all. They're like, yeah, he's in this.
Yeah,
It's
No mustache.
Pretty bold. No stash, dude.
yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of that.
There's a Red Hulk, and he's got a mustache even when he's like hulked out.
Like this, like a
Yeah.
dad
Yeah.
mustace.
Yeah, like
The guy has a mustache.
Like an
Omni
Omni-Man
Man.
mustache.
That's exactly
Like,
what I'm thinking.
the
of.
guy has a mustache, and then he grows into Hulk, and he still has mustache. It
Love that. That's like Hulk's dad, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
would be funny if he still had the mustache, but that didn't grow with him. It just like left like a.
Oh no.
You want a Hitler stash? Anything? Is that what you
No,
want?
no, it wouldn't be Hitler stash. It'd just be a small mustache.
I was like,
It'd be like a little French person mustache, you know?
No, it should be a handlebar.
Oh, handlebar
That
Hulk
would
stash.
be sick.
Whoa,
Nah, it should be a Hulk Hogan mustache.
dude, a Hulk Hogan mustache would be
on Hulk. Perfect.
Wow,
Is that thunder?
It's a plane.
Oh.
that's called an airplane.
Well, it was windy today.
They must have gotten the things back up.
Okay, bro.
The Windows computers are back up.
Oh, yeah.
That plane's been in the air for 12 hours. Nathan, did Kumail Nanjiani get casted as Booster Gold?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's a confirmed or
I
not.
don't know if that's for real, but I think he'd do okay.
Yeah, he would do okay. I just feel like Glenn Powell would be like a slam dunk right now.
100%.
Yeah.
You got to get him.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's real. Nathan, what if Donald Duck became Thor?
Bruh.
What if Donald Duck became Thor?
New book coming out September 4th.
Does he still have like Mjolnir, the hammer?
I think he's getting Mjolnir.
Oh, that's cool. Good for him.
Yeah. He's worthy.
Does he still have no pants?
Yeah, maybe Mjolnir will give him pants. Or maybe he puts on pants and that's what makes him worthy.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
like, okay, you're not flashing everybody. you can lift the
How
hammer.
do
You're
y'all,
not a
like,
predator
know
anymore.
all this news? Do you guys like follow like Instagram things or like
Yeah.
Twitter?
The algorithm throws it in my face.
Oh.
and
Yeah,
I'm like,
sometimes
we'll
if
talk
there's
about
not enough, I'll like look at news sites and stuff.
Yeah.
There's like comic
Oh.
news
But this week
sites
was like
and shit.
hot. It felt like for some reason. So
Yeah, you're like, Nathan, and he's like, I know. Like, you don't even have to say anything.
yeah,
Nathan, you like Garfield?
I have no Garfield news.
You like Garfield comics?
No,
We read a Garfield comic.
we did. It wasn't that good.
There's another one coming August 7th.
Wow.
Yeah.
You rated it a Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, day of the week. Damn, you do this. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know how I was like looking for stuff that were like on last order call or whatever.
Yeah.
And Garfield was on that. I'm like, wait a minute.
Is it
Was
like
that-
is it like a reboot?
Nah, yeah, it's like just a renumbering.
Oh, okay.
Is the one you read like the only one? Or was that just like the most recent
It's like the
one?
Until
only
now.
traditional comic. I mean, Garfield's like a comic strip.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
in newspapers and stuff. But
Yeah.
actual like
A real comic.
these, you know, like
Yeah.
that's that was the first one I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
It was crazy.
Fuck, what else? You know Berserker?
Vaguely.
Berserker? Like,
oh, yeah.
they gotta deal with McFarlane Toys. They're gonna have Berserker toys eventually.
Dude, Matt Kint's going to my comic shop to like do signings.
That's fucking cool. Win.
I don't know.
You're useless.
It's on their. It's on their socials.
Last thing I got. Nathan, the Skybound is coming out with the Transformers Compendium, which is printing the first 44 issues of the Marvel run from the 80s.
Okay,
It's going to be $65.
it's not bad.
Yeah, for 44 issues coming out April 9th. But it's kind of weird that Skybound is reprinting something from like a different publisher, you know?
Yeah, you'd think they wouldn't be allowed to do that, but maybe.
But this is going back to what I always complain about is like how shit's like out of print just because
Oh,
it goes
yeah.
to a different publisher.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're actually just reprinting it, which is neat.
Okay, that's good for them.
But Nathan,
Wait, Kevin Conroy's final performance. He's
that
still got performances coming out as Batman,
that's crazy.
and it's going to be. But his final, for real, confirmed is going to be on Crisis on the Infinite Earths Part 3, the animated movie.
Did that come out yet?
No, I don't think so.
I keep seeing this Twitter account who shits on those movies. He like hates them.
They're apparently
Like
I think there's a lot that happened like behind the scenes where the studio that was doing all of them got picked up, and then the guy just didn't know what to do with them, I guess. But
I think it also incorporates like the animated universe, which I think people might have a problem with. It's not just a straight up adaptation.
yeah, I don't know. All right, let's run through these.
But all right.
So
I guess Comic-Con is next weekend or something,
okay,
and there's rumors we're going to be learning more about the Absolute Universe from DC,
yeah, whatever that means.
which is like the Ultimate Universe that Marvel has, but
Yeah.
they're calling it Absolute, which I think is stupid,
sure.
personally.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a limited alternate universe, though. Like, I think they're gonna.
If it doesn't like sell, yeah, it'll be limited.
Well, I think the plan is that it'll be limited, so it's not like you're just giving people like stories that'll just go on for forever. Like, there's an endpoint to whatever this universe is, but it's gonna go for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they announced a bunch of books. So, well, like some books are staying the same, but some books that are currently ongoing will have different creative teams.
Okay.
So, like for instance,
So they're putting the
Chip
top
Zdarsky
dogs.
is still on Batman.
Yeah.
Joshua Williamson is going to be on Superman with Dan Mora. Wonder Woman
Which is sweet.
is still going to be the same creative team. Tom King, Daniel Sampere. Titans is going to have John Layman and Pete Woods.
Whoa.
So that's pretty cool. Green Arrow is going to be by Chris Conrad and Montos. Detective Comics by Tom Taylor and Mikael Janine, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
Big one.
Batman and Robin Year One.
Oh, yeah.
By Mark Waid and Chris Somney.
I'm pretty excited about that.
That's pretty.
He's back
pretty
to big
exci-
two books.
Yeah.
Get off that firepower shit.
Yeah, he's ready.
There's honestly like a lot of them don't have full creative teams. Like we know that Shazam's going to be by Josie Campbell or Poison Ivy by G. Willow Wilson, but we don't know who's going to be the artist. Nightwing is going to have a new creative team with Dan Waters and Dexter Soy.
Rena, look at this new Batman design.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, and then there's like these new absolute designs.
Don't you love? I love
It's
his.
like he's wearing baggy
He's-
pants, bruh.
He's the biggest motherfucker you've ever seen.
I love the new Bat logo.
I
The
kinda
bat
like
logo
it.
is so
fucking-
fat.
Wait, let me see the bat logo.
Look how fat it is. It's awesome.
Bruh.
It's kind of fun, actually. It
Yeah,
looks like a rectangle with like little sharps.
I do like the style though.
Yeah.
It's giving like.
This is the new Superman design.
Yeah, it's got long hair.
Yeah.
I like the long hair look.
Long hair.
This
on
new
Superman.
Wonder Woman's fucking sick.
Yeah, I like her tattoos.
The
He's
tribal
tatted,
tattoo.
dude.
The tattoos on Wonder Woman is so sick.
Yeah. So
So those three are going to be like in their own universe, so people can just pick it up right from the beginning and not have to know anything else that came from before,
Oh, okay.
and not have to know anything else that's going on in like the DC universe. I guess that's the idea.
So it's gonna be like its own kind of
Yeah.
universe type thing.
yeah, kind of like how like Into the Spider-Verse is like its own thing, but
Do you think it's gonna be like as good as like? The
they
original?
got some good talent on it.
yeah,
It'll be like probably weird, but
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I want
you
to see
think,
Big
like-
Batman.
Who's on Batman? It's
Scott Snyder
and Nick Dragotta.
and
Right?
Nick Dragotta, yeah,
Okay.
which is a cool team.
Yeah.
Do you go into like these comics open-minded or closed-minded? Because like personally, like with like
I don't buy them if I'm closed-minded. So
Yeah.
true. I was gonna say like when new Disney shit comes out, I'm like I'm not seeing that, bro. You know what I mean?
you know
'Cause-
how like when a new show comes out and you aren't sure and you'll watch just like the first episode. I do that a lot with like comics.
Yeah, I
Just
do that.
read the
'cause
first
you can tell
issue.
by the first issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go in with an open mind, but it's got to like really grab my attention because I'm watching a lot of TV shows. you
Yeah.
know,
That's so true.
or like a lot of comics.
Yeah.
By this metaphor, so
Yeah.
it's like it's got to be like it's got to like knock me on my ass.
There's very
you know?
few comics that like start out shitty and then really turn around
Yeah.
at the end, you know? So
Oh, I see.
you can kind of get the gist.
Yeah, but it
But
feels
by
like the
the-
opposite for TV shows too.
Yeah, like
Just fun.
just
like,
wait till the end.
You watch the pilot and it's like that sucks, but like they're still trying to figure out what the
What-
fuck is happening.
Yeah.
It's like amazing TV shows are ever made,
Yeah, I know.
especially like pilots and stuff. Like they're made like years before sometimes.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But by the art style, I feel like it would be good.
yeah, sometimes I'll pick up a book just for the art.
I'll pick up most of them, I think. Just
Yeah.
like at least to give them a shot, and then if I'm excited about them,
Yeah.
I'll continue. You know.
Like I'm much more open to reading a shitty story if it's like got some pretty kick-ass art to like look
Nice.
at.
Yeah.
But-
So these are all coming out in October.
Yeah,
something?
I think so. October.
That's crazy. You think they'd space it out or something?
Oh, I don't think all the new stuff.
Maybe it starts in October.
I think all the absolute stuff. So the Trinity,
Yeah.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman is October, but you know, current series are going to continue going, and then new series will be dispersed. I think a little bit later because all October is a little overwhelming.
Okay,
So
that'd be
yeah,
cool.
I think that was everything. Let's get into the book that we read this week, which was what, Serena?
Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Yup.
By Colin Bunn, and I don't know that other name.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this artist again after this.
Dalibor.
Oh, Dalibor Talajic.
Yeah.
I follow him on Twitter. He does some stuff. I think he did Batman for a little bit.
This is kind of like an iconic cover.
Captain
it
America
feels
looks
like.
goofy.
Yeah, he does look.
He looks like a tweaker.
He looks a little too scared.
Yeah.
He looks like a little boy in like a Captain America outfit.
dude-
you know?
What kind of little boy looks like that? Hello.
I don't know. Like,
It does look freaky. This was like, yeah, I think the cover's so good because when I like first started reading comics, I was like, oh, let me see what's out there, and I saw this cover and I'm like, instantly done. I think this was literally the first thing I ever read like digitally.
Well, I was reading it, and Jackson was like, "Oh, is this Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe?" I
Oh,
was
he-
like, "How do you know
he
that?"
recognized?
Yeah, he
Wow.
recognized by a page. He didn't even have to like look at it. I was like,
he's probably
like,
one of those YouTube comic fans, you know?
probably. But he was like,
saw it
I
on-
think
I saw it
this
on
is
YouTube short.
He was like, I think this is the most iconic Deadpool. Like that's like
I
the
would believe that.
first
That's
like.
pretty valid, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I believe that. So,
when I was reading, I was like, oh, this is probably good then.
yeah. What'd you think?
Bro, I think the Spider-Man scene was my favorite.
It was-
like
it
that
was very
literally
shocking.
like I was like, okay, that's sick. And also the I don't know. When it comes to it, I'll show. I don't
Okay, all right,
I don't
all right.
remember,
Yeah,
but it's,
yeah.
it's another iconic.
It's funny that you
one.
bring that up because I read this 7 years ago. The one thing I do remember was that Spider-Man scene because I remember reading at the time. I was like, oh no.
It's like chills.
Yeah, I know, it is crazy. So.
It like was like what happened in a movie, and
Yeah.
you're like, whoa.
So
But
it's just a fun concept, and
Yeah.
The only thing I remember was like the last page for some reason.
oh, I do remember the last page,
but
I don't think I remember
which I do
last
remember
page.
differently. So when I reread it, I was like, oh, okay,
how was your reread on this?
that's great. I mean, I didn't know it was like this artist, and so when I recognized his name, I'm like, oh yeah. And so I was reading stuff, and like, it's
I
pretty
remember
good.
the art being like so different, you know,
Really?
because maybe I just didn't have like an eye for it or anything.
Yeah, it's fun rereading this now because I'm more nerdy, so I know who like the Watcher is, or
Right.
like who Man Thing is, you know, or like all these
Yeah.
different
So Watcher's
characters.
the guy with the white.
He's the guy in the
bald
beginning,
guy
the
in
big
the
bald
beginning.
guy in the beginning. This guy. By the way, I'm going to pop quiz you on some of these random characters.
Oh no. Okay,
So-
I know. I think one of them that you don't think I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I kind of forgot his name. So
All right, that's fine.
I like
So that's what I enjoyed is I know more of the
Yeah.
characters, but yeah.
right. I didn't realize how like short it was.
Yeah,
Like,
only
it's
4
4
issues is very
yeah, when I clicked on it because usually like the last one we read was like 128 or
It's normally how long they are.
Yeah.
90 or something like that, and I was like, damn, bro, it's gonna take forever. But
Yeah.
I saw 98 and I was like, did I buy like the you know
Yeah.
how
The
they
right-
have
the
like
right one. It's
yeah.
Pretty brisk.
or like
yeah.
you know how you have like the view it like what's it called?
Like the trial or whatever.
Yeah, like you can only read a
Yo,
couple pages.
last time Carter came on, he only bought the first issue.
And he was like, okay.
And he
I'm
only
good.
read the first issue. It was like 30 pages.
wait, which one was it?
It was like Suicide Squad.
And he was like, I'm good.
Yeah, he's like, Read it one day. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, wow, what a crazy thing.
It was only
like-
like 3 issues, but still. Like,
You
You guys
still
are like
fucked it up.
talking. He's like, where are you getting this from?
Yeah.
I had the physical ones. He was flipping through them so you can kind of catch up. you know?
Oh, okay.
Luckily, it
That's
wasn't that
so
complex of a book, so just whatever you saw was what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think I remember this being a little bit more traumatizing. Maybe just like as far as you're like, oh my god,
I don't-
Spider-Man and
I
stuff
don't
like
think
that.
I ever confronted death, like in comic book characters. I'd confronted death before in my life.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But like in comic book characters, I'm like, oh my god, all these people are dying.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I like about it, and it's just fun to see which people they decide to show him killing and how they do it. So
I'm excited
It is
because
fun.
Deadpool's like one of my favorites. I think. Like,
yeah, we're obviously reading this for the movie
Exactly.
Deadpool and Wolverine coming out. You a big Wolverine fan?
No.
Really? Have you seen Logan?
Yeah.
Okay,
that
good
one
movie.
was good. That one
That's
was
a good movie.
But Deadpool was like by far my favorite. I'm sad there's only like there's only 2 movies about him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is in one other X-Men movie. But they like sew his mouth shut,
Oh.
and
I know the second one he was he was really like trying to be an X-Men.
yeah, in the
I
X-Force.
thought you were talking about that.
Right.
No. Anyway, let's get into this book. So it starts with the Watcher, and he's doing some yapping as he does. And Serena, pop quiz: who's the Watcher? You know what this guy does?
Control
I think he's in like
space.
one Marvel movie technically, but he is a guy that just watches what happens, and he's not supposed to interact when something's going wrong, but he almost always does. It seems like whenever you see him. So yeah, that's just his whole deal.
Can I ask y'all something?
Yeah.
So, what do you think is the most powerful like person in this book? Because Jackson said Silver Surfer.
I would say like Galactus, if that, but
Because I don't
Is
like.
Galactus even really in it?
you see like part of his head.
Yeah.
But yeah, Silver Surfer I would say is pretty strong. Yeah, that's probably good. I mean,
So
he
not
also,
the Watcher?
Thanos is also in it. Probably not the Watcher. No, he
The Watcher doesn't
do
really
much.
do much. Like he doesn't like really have like power.
Yeah.
Is he just kind of narrating?
Normally,
this?
he
Yeah.
like his whole thing is like he's supposed to he like watches over everything that's going on. So if he shows up in a book, that means you're really fucking something up, and he's like here to stop you. And it's like, oh
I
shit,
see,
the
I see.
Watcher's here. So he's
Okay.
kind of fun in that sense, but in this he's just like kind of watching. But yeah, I would say probably Silver Surfer is a good one.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the way he dies is like kind of
What about in
whatever, but-
all like comic book?
probably like Thanos or Galactus or something.
Really?
Maybe like Dr. Manhattan or something like that.
Oh, well, okay. So, Uatu, who's the Watcher, is like, some universes have to come to an end, like this one. And then he points to the universe, and we see Sue Storm, or the Invisible Woman, and she's holding Mr. Fantastic as he melts to death just in her arms. And then we see the aftermath of a spaceship or something that crashes into the Human Torch, and Deadpool comes out to slit his throat. And then Invisible Woman just pops Deadpool's head with like a force field, but Deadpool obviously heals and then he stabs her.
I love that Deadpool like cut Johnny's head off, and then the blood went on the invisible
Yeah,
Sue Storm.
that was cool.
So he could like see her now.
Yeah, he was like,
When
oh,
he
there
looks
you
like
are.
a balloon.
Yeah, when his head's getting popped is pretty funny. He looks, it does just look like a balloon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she could like do that. You know?
Me either.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It reminded me of the boys.
Yeah, no, she's Victoria Newman.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
Head popper.
pretty much. Yeah, she can create force fields, and so it makes sense she would do it inside of somebody and expand it. But
Right.
I think that Mr. Fantastic just melting is pretty fucking
Cool.
creepy. Yeah, it's such a cool idea.
I like the end, like the
Or,
bottom
like
one.
in
The
this
bottom
panel, when his face is melting, his like eyeballs are like moving away, and it's like, no, put it back.
It's like, what did he do to get that to happen?
He must
you know?
have-
It's some sort of gas
Isn't
or
he like
whatever.
rubber?
Yeah, he's like rubber.
He's like
guy.
stretchy, but normally he can control it. So I don't know what he does to. Maybe he's like allergic to peanuts or something, and that's what makes him do that. But but what I don't understand is this scene where she seemingly like closes his eyelids after he dies, and I'm like, I don't know if that's doing much here.
No, they're on
Sue.
like the side of his head now.
He's like, she's like pinching his nose.
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah, I think this is a good opening scene because Fantastic Four, everybody knows them. So
The first
they got-
family.
they got creative with it. We didn't see the Thing die, which is kind of cringe, but whatever.
Lame.
So then in a flashback, we see Deadpool get committed to Ravencroft Asylum by the X-Men, and his doctor turns out to be a villain called Psycho Man. Pop quiz, Serena, who's Psycho Man?
he controls people,
I didn't know who Psycho Man was before this
Yeah.
either, so...
but I know he's tiny.
Yeah, so he wants to create an army with people that he's like manipulated mentally or tortured mentally, but this backfires with Deadpool because he like gets a new voice in his head that takes over the other voices in his head, and then it like unleashes a motive inside of him to just start killing everybody. And it starts with Psycho Man, who's actually just like a little dude that's piloting a big dude, I guess. And then he blows up the rest of the asylum. And I'm kind of glad that they didn't do the like two different voices thing in this book, because in the comics, Deadpool would like have himself, but then there's like a yellow text box that's like one voice in his head, and then there's like a white text box which is like a different voice in his head, and they would just be yapping all the time. So
Yeah, it's only at some points.
yeah, they
but
like take it away most of the time, but there's an era of Deadpool where they just use that to set up and like a punchline really quick. So I'm glad they didn't do that here. But I like this panel where he's walking away from the explosion.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, pretty good. And
Looks
so
like he has a dad bod though.
Yeah, it's either like this kind of more like relaxed version of Deadpool, or you get just like a super buff Deadpool.
Ripped.
Like,
Yeah.
this one
Yeah.
seems very like cosplay. you
yeah,
know?
it does. And then we see that Deadpool even finds Uatu, the Watcher, and he kills him with one of Mr. Fantastic's cosmic devices, and then he beheads him. And that's the first issue. Issue 2, this is a sweet cover, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty
With,
neat.
like all the people screaming. So the news is reporting Deadpool's killing spree so far, and in the city, Deadpool is fighting Spider-Man, and there's some banter between them.
Yapping.
Deadpool like splats on the ground, and then Spider-Man's like, "I'm gonna take you in," and then Deadpool just like shoots off half of his head, and then he goes off to like go find something big to take down.
Yeah, Spider-Man mentioned like how like none of the other people that he fought is like a big yapper, I guess, and like he like is telling him that Deadpool's telling Spider-Man that he wants to like cut him from his belly up to his head or whatever.
Yeah,
And then he goes on to say like, you know what your other villains did wrong is they didn't have a gun. And I thought that was so cool. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
I don't know why his like Spidey sense wasn't kind of going off at this point. They don't really explain that.
yeah.
So
I really like this panel when like the gun is right under his
yeah,
chin.
that was
That's
like, oh no,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh shit, Spider-Man will do a backflip or something and get away, but no, it's like definitely, it's like pretty gory actually.
You'd think they're. I'm sure it's happened, but like I can't recall like Spider-Man ever getting shot.
No,
and
I
then
don't
just
think
seeing
so.
what happens after that point.
I've never seen Spider-Man's brains,
That
And, like,
either.
We definitely see them come out of his head when he gets shot, and so
It's
I
probably
think-
Spider Brains and
yeah,
Marvel Zombies.
yeah, maybe, yeah, you're right, but yeah, that's pretty big moment, pretty shocking. It kind of like sets the tone for the rest of the book. So then the Avengers meet up to figure out how to deal with Deadpool, and Jarvis the butler chimes in with news that Hank Pym is dead, and his Pym particles were stolen. And then it's revealed that the Pym particles were used to place a bunch of explosives in that room, which grow big, and then they blow everybody up, except for Luke Cage and Thor.
Who's Dr. Pym?
He's Ant-Man. He's like
and
the original.
it makes an explosion?
So, like, the things that make him grow big and small, he uses Pym particles. It's like a, I don't know. Just
little disc?
Like a little disc thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that he, like... It's like some kind of quantum science thing, but if it like touches something, it'll make it grow big or small.
Yeah.
And he can use it on his suit, which makes him grow big or small. So I think the idea is he like took a bunch of explosives, made it really small, put it in Avengers Tower, and then they grew big and then exploded.
I see.
Yeah.
Nathan even got Howard the Duck.
Yeah, he did get Howard the Duck here.
You see that?
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's mentions of him like how does he kill Ghost Rider, you know? Like that's an interesting
Yeah,
like,
or
panel
fucking
where, like,
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I mean I can see how he could kill Doctor Doom, but it's cool that he's going after villains too.
Yeah.
I think that's fun. There's a line that says that he kills Iron Fist, and it's kind of just like a throwaway line, but I was like, I would have liked to see that.
Yeah.
But he like definitely wasn't popular at this time.
There's like a sequel to this by Colin Bunn as well. It's Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe Again.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a different killing spree, and then he doesn't kill like any of these characters. It shows you like all the like a bunch of different characters, so it's like kind of fresh. Like he goes after like the Guardians and stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, it's like a
That
refresh.
sounds-
Yeah, I don't remember being as good as this, but it was still neat.
Same artist too, or
I don't think so.
okay. So Luke Cage is still alive because he's got what does he call it?
Unbreakable skin.
Unbreakable skin. And obviously Thor is still alive. So he kills Luke with the reveal that he put a bunch of tiny bombs in his coffee, which blow up inside of him. And then that's how he dies. And then he kills Thor by throwing Pym particles at the hammer, which grows it super big, and it crushes Thor when he's like recalling it. And so then Deadpool fights the Hulk, who literally like tears him apart.
This part is so stupid.
I like this panel a lot.
He draws a
that
really
one-
good Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he draws a great Hulk. He's got like
The face is a little goofy, though.
it's a little
Yeah.
goofy, but there's like good anatomy there.
Yeah.
Like, you can see
The
like
muscles.
you can see the fibers of like the chest muscles and
Yeah,
stuff.
good
It's pretty
chest.
cool.
And, like, the fact that he just, like, goes back to a cave and just
Yeah.
fucking,
So
like...
Deadpool just waits until he like
He's
falls
sleepy.
asleep, turns back to Bruce Banner, and then just kills him that way, which is pretty smart, I guess. But
Yeah. From what I know about Hulk, I feel like that wouldn't kill him either. But
yeah, it feels like New Hulk. It's like any way he like almost dies, he just kind of comes back as Hulk.
yeah,
But
this is enough for me.
He said, you shouldn't rip me apart and then take a nap. Like, what?
Yeah.
I like this choice to like leave the bottom half of his mask like exposed, and you see like his mouth.
Yeah.
Because you could really see like when he's getting angry or whatever, and I think it's a good, good
seemed-
effect.
On the Jerry Duggan run, which I read like most of, I feel like most of the book he's got like his mask like pulled up, so you'd still see his mouth. Like I don't know why, but
It must
like
be hard to just like convey
emotion
or
yeah.
Through
comedy or
mask.
something. Yeah, just through a full mask. But people do it in
Sometimes-
Spider-Man all the time. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
sometimes they'll have it to where like the mask is down, but they'll really just like show the contour and like his lips,
Yeah.
to kind of describe like what his face is doing.
Well,
he's like
like,
puckering his lips super hard. Or something.
Sometimes, yeah.
in, like, Deadpool movies, though, they kind of use his eyes. You know what I mean? Same
Yeah.
with, like, Spider-Man. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
use
I guess
his
they do the
eyes.
They'll
same
do
thing
the
here,
squinting or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when he's mad, he'll squint.
Yeah, that's interesting because Deadpool was kind of the first one to really be pretty expressive with like the mask eyes. I feel like.
Yeah, the white eyes.
Yeah, which
And
I think
and, like,
worked really
pull it
well.
off.
And then Spider-Man did it in like the newest iteration of Spider-Man, but that's more technological.
It's like a lens.
So that feels
they're
more-
just describing it.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like the Deadpool one works pretty well in the movies.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think
Let's
so,
not
too.
forget Atom Smasher guys in Black Adam.
Oh yeah, who
Oh,
could forget
God.
Atom Smasher besides everybody?
No, he's the best part.
So then we see the loved ones of superheroes like MJ and Aunt May. They like bring a bunch of people together and they gather enough money to hire the Taskmaster as a hitman to take down Deadpool. Serena, pop quiz. Who's Taskmaster?
I have no fucking idea. I thought this
Have you
was...
seen the Black Widow movie?
Yes.
He's technically in there, but not as cool of a version. But
Yeah,
he's
this one's
basically
cool.
he's an assassin that learns everybody's moves just by seeing it.
Yeah.
And so if he sees
yeah.
like tapes of like Hawkeye fighting or something, he knows like he could like mimic it perfectly.
I thought this is the guy that you dressed up for Comic-Con that one year.
No, that was Moon Knight. Pretty close though.
It looks the same,
Taskmaster
right?
in the movies.
Whoa. Yeah, I like this one better.
Yeah, this one's way cooler, right? I think everybody was kind of pissed about that version of Taskmaster. But,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was issue 2.
Goofy, I think he looks so long in this.
Yeah, he's a little scrawny in this, isn't he?
Yeah.
I like a scrawny Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird for him to like just also be jacked, and big.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of can take away from the persona that they're trying to convey.
I like that the wheelchair's on fire. Like, did you really need to set it on fire?
Yeah, like how does leather burn like that?
Yeah. So issue 3, Taskmaster starts following Deadpool's trail of killings.
Green Goblin.
Yeah. So, and I just think it's funny that I assume this is Venom that was killed at the bell because like he doesn't like sound or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's just a bunch of goop
Yeah, dude,
everywhere.
you can see his mouth in the corner.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice until right now either, but
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought there's just like a bunch of black goop, and we're just like,
he looks like a
that's Venom.
Sarlacc dude with his teeth.
Yeah. But it brings us to an abandoned warehouse where Professor X is tied up by Deadpool.
What?
And he uses Professor X to lure the X-Men into like a death maze that's built inside of the warehouse. And so like Cyclops gets like a red orb around his head, which blows up when he tries to blast out of it, and it kills the group that was with Cyclops. And then we see Rogue, Gambit, and Colossus also get like electrocuted. So there's a bunch of them getting split up and then killed off with like separate traps.
Yeah.
And like, how the fuck does this red orb work? Like, how did that get shot onto his face and like
Reminds
stay
me
on
of,
his
like,
face?
The Incredibles, like those black goo
the
balls
black
that are
goops.
shot at him and they just like
Yeah.
grow on him.
Yeah, that's kind of what this one feels like.
It took me a long time to figure out who Professor X was. Like, I even asked Jackson, he was like, he like named off these people. I'm like, I think it's Professor X. He's like, nah. And I'm like, I think it is.
Because he's
But,
not in like a wheelchair.
Yeah.
but he did like when I think of Professor X, I mean, like, I think of like the X-Men movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With
So, I don't know.
what's his face? What's his name? I don't know why.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he looks kind of young in this, doesn't he?
Yeah, I just like,
Yeah.
I would picture him to be older and like.
There's like a
He
weird.
normally is, yeah.
There's a scene where Deadpool like stabs him in the leg to like.
Mm-hmm.
And like my question
Wouldn't
is, does that hurt? Because
Because already he's paralyzed, right?
yeah, I mean like, I think some paralysis like you still have nerves maybe, but like I didn't think that was the case for him.
Yeah, he just can't move his legs. We can like feel him still.
Yeah, it is a cool scene though because his like telepathic powers, like he like can't control them when he's like in pain, I guess. So he just like was kind of crying for help, and that was the idea.
Yeah.
And so the X-Men are like, oh, he's over here, and like gets lured into a trap.
You definitely have to suspend your disbelief with a lot of these killings.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But Professor X tries to shut Deadpool down, which is probably something he should have tried much earlier. But he instead goes brain dead from the shock at what he finds in Deadpool's head, I guess. And then Wolverine is also here, and he finds the villain Arcade chained up. And that's the guy that Deadpool used to make all these like intricate traps, because he does like inventions and tinkerings and stuff. And so Wolverine finds X-23 and Daken, is that his name?
Daken, yeah.
Who are tied up to a device that constantly burns them alive when they try to regenerate, because they also have like a healing factor. And so Deadpool fights Wolverine, and he's like wearing beast skin,
Like,
which
wow.
is kind of crazy.
Where did that go
That's a little
from?
dark, dude.
Yeah.
I love that part.
I think it looks cool though.
Yeah,
I
know.
definitely like that.
I was
yeah.
like, what is that?
I'm like, whoa, he found a blue tiger.
And I'm like,
and
where
then it
did
hit.
that come from?
Yeah, but it's like his friend.
Or like one
That's
of
like the
those.
skin of his friend. Imagine he's wearing fucking Charles Xavier. It'd be the same shit.
Yeah, it's like one of those bear rugs that like rich people have. And
Yeah.
I was like, where did you get that from?
Well, this is Beast, like the X-Men Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like Wolverine's teeth in this panel.
I didn't even notice
Let
that.
me see. Oh yeah. What?
Like, where are the lips at?
And so Deadpool fights Wolverine, and he chops his head off to just like buy himself some time, because he knows he's probably just going to come back anyway. And then Taskmaster is still following Deadpool's trail, but that leads him to the Sanctum Sanctorum, and he finds a dead Doctor Strange and Wong. And Taskmaster finds a book on the ground with like a Deadpool marking on it in blood. and it's on the page with the nexus of all realities on it. And that's how the issue ends. Issue 4, there's like crazy riots that are happening in New York with like superheroes and villains like killing each other. And there's also like groups of heroes and villains jumping off the roof to like kill themselves. But it's actually Deadpool forcing a villain called the Puppet Master, who created puppets of all of these heroes and villains and forcing them to jump off with like the voodoo magic or whatever.
Nathan.
Yeah.
This brings back our famous segment.
Dude. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, dude.
Who the fuck is that segment from T-Pain?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to bring this up with the X-Men people, so I figured out who the X-Men people
No,
were.
X-Men's easy.
No, because there was like Cannonball in there.
I don't care.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Because a lot of these, I'm like, wait, who the fuck is that? You
Okay,
know?
let's see.
So
Hitmonkey's here.
Is that Hitmonkey?
I think that's Hitmonkey.
Fuck yeah. Wait, if Hitmonkey is like fighting Iron Fist?
Wait, I thought he died.
Yeah, dude, you're confusing me.
No, wait. That's definitely Iron Fist.
Dude, is Black Widow getting like
You're looking at
lasered
this-
in the cooch?
Oh yeah, she is definitely.
That's
You're looking
crazy.
at this first page, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
page 68.
let me hit you with everybody. So this is Black Knight
Okay.
right there. He looks a little goofy, like a cosplayer.
Uh-huh.
There's Doc Ock.
Thanks.
We got the Shocker. He's the one that's shocking Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't know who this green guy is.
Okay.
It must be like
maybe some weird lizard.
It must be like some
variation?
weird lizard, yeah. I don't know who this is with the 2 swords.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure who that is. Hitmonkey's there. That looks like Iron Fist as well, even though he's said to be dead.
What about the top left
Top left.
with the red cape?
I also don't know. I
Midnight.
can't see him well enough.
Okay.
You'd think that would be Black Knight, but that's definitely Black Knight, like down here. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm missing a few here.
What about in this next lineup of
Oh.
suicide bombers?
On top of the building. So Kingpin's there. We see Falcon there. We see Nick Fury. We see Shang-Chi, I think.
Who's the guy with the scars on his face?
I don't know. It looks like Two-Face.
Yeah, no.
Maybe like
Or like a Dr. Zaz kind of thing.
No, I think it's like the lizard.
Oh, dude, is that
Doctor.
Diamondback maybe?
No,
No.
I think it's the lizard guy. Bullseye's up there. Elektra's up there, I think. And then there's some people I don't know. So yeah, they got some weird ones.
I know who the guy on the next page is. I think.
Who
Which
is
one?
it?
The one with the skull.
On his chest?
Yeah.
Who is
Who's
that?
Is that the Punisher?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, let's go. I was gonna quiz you on that one too.
Yeah. I was waiting for it, but
Yeah.
I didn't want you to skip past it and then me not show how smart I am.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, the Puppet Master is making all these people kill themselves with voodoo magic. The Punisher shoots who he thought was Deadpool, but it was actually the Puppet Master in Deadpool costume. And then Deadpool appears behind the Punisher and uses a puppet of the Punisher to make him shoot himself, which is cool. But this is how he like kills, I guess, a big chunk of the remaining heroes and villains. And he must have been like super organized to know like who's left, or like, you know, there's so many heroes and villains and stuff. And he's like, okay, well, what about the ones in space? You know, there's so much to think of here.
Yeah.
To like make the puppet guy make puppets of. Also, why isn't the Puppet Master like the most scary dude ever made? Like,
Yeah,
if
I've
he
never
could just
even
do
seen
this-
him in anything.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know what like the extent of his powers are, but apparently he can make a puppet of the Silver Surfer and Thanos and make him kill himself. Also, like here's Galactus in the corner. He's apparently dead too. So kind of interesting. There's also a line in here where Deadpool apologizes to Punisher for like killing everybody because that was like his gig.
Yeah.
And that was like there's a comic before this called Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. And I think that might have been the first one of this kind.
Probably, yeah.
Like the first, you know, X character kills the Marvel Universe. So it's kind of cool that they referenced that. But that's cool that you knew the Punisher. Have you seen the show?
I don't know. Probably
Okay,
not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You should watch like the Daredevil Netflix show, or it's on
It's on Disney Plus now, yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
it's fucking bomb. It's
Me and Sophie
awesome.
just started watching it this week.
Ooh.
Does Sophie like it?
We watched the first episode. So far, so good.
So far, so good.
So Taskmaster tracks Deadpool to a swamp and starts to confront him. And Deadpool is kind of like rambling, and he's saying that he just wants to save everyone from an endless cycle of continuity. And Taskmaster starts to mimic Deadpool, and like eventually during their fight, and he even starts to hear like his crazy voice in his head. But then Taskmaster is killed by Man-Thing, who's like the big swamp monster guy.
I did not expect Man-Thing in this.
I did not either. I mean, he was in a swamp, so I feel like you should try to, maybe that's a possibility comes up. But yeah,
real quick, this is like kind of an example of when you use like slang in something and how it doesn't age very well.
Yeah, it gets like outdated.
Yeah, he said like he's like talking as if like the Punisher was talking, and he says, "I got pwned by Cabbage Head Doll."
Oh, pwned.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's a bit dated. That's like Call of Duty, like Xbox Live talk.
Like World at War or like Modern Warfare 2 kind of
thing. Definitely Modern Warfare 2 slang. But I like that this fight scene between Taskmaster and Deadpool happens over like a couple pages.
Yeah.
Because I just like the idea that Taskmaster is like has like a part of all of these like Marvel heroes and villains kind of inside of him, because he like mimics these people.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that he's like the big final fight. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it seems like the biggest like person to go up against him, that would be proper.
Yeah, it's like hand to hand, like pretty apt. He's like the culmination of like all these people that he's killed already. So it makes sense. But Deadpool then gets Man-Thing to open up the nexus of all realities, where we see Deadpool travel through a bunch of different realities that he sees, but it leads him to the room where the creators of the comic book Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe are plotting the ending that's currently happening. And then he turns to the readers and he's like, I'm gonna find you soon enough. And that's how the book ends. So Deadpool's in our reality, and he kills Colin Bunn and Dalibor Talajak in this book, which is pretty fun. But it's also like really the only way to end this book, I feel like.
Probably,
at the same time, because it's like, where do you go with this,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Let's go into Back Matter Matters.
Back Matter Matters. That is next.
Yeah. So we see like script to page stuff, which is kind of cool. So we see Colin Bunn's scripts for like the last couple of pages of the book.
And some roughs.
Yeah.
Inks.
Some rough stuff of Dalibor doing some artwork. And then we see cover sketches, which is cool. So all the covers of this book, we see like a rough sketch of them. And then even some like unused covers or like ideas for covers.
The one with all the heads.
Yeah, and like
cool.
Yeah, the one with all the heads, or like this one where they're all in like a fire would have been kind of cool too.
Yeah.
I understand why this Captain America one wasn't used, because we didn't see Captain America at all.
Well, he was with the Avengers, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't like that big of like a.
Well, he kind of thick
death,
in there.
I feel like.
He got some thick
Ooh,
thighs.
he does have some thick thighs.
He curvy, bro.
And then there's ones where it's like Deadpool's head is like pretty much just like a skull.
That's pretty cool.
Which would be kind of cool too, but.
I like the one that he's like on top of the bodies with the heads.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like his like. It kind of looks like Venom in a way.
With the skull.
Or with that one, the one where he's on top of all the heads.
Oh yeah, very droopy.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. So, what'd you rate this book, Daniel?
So, I remember liking it a lot more when I first read it. Just being a real young comic reader, this was like an early one for me too. But going back to it, I enjoyed it, but it's not, how I remember it. So I give this a White Castle meal, but when you're sober.
Oh, okay.
I just remember it being a little bit better.
You just think, wow, this is such a good idea.
This is so good. Everyone should read this. Have you tried this? Take a bite,
Oh my God, it's amazing, yeah. It's like showing someone Cane's and they don't get it.
Right, yeah.
What about you, Serena?
I really like the beginning of it, but at the end it kind of started to get like a little like...
It gets very
repetitive a little.
Is it like nachos, would you say?
Very like movie theater nachos.
Whoa.
When it's like hot and like it's actually good, and then like
towards the end you're like, I don't
towards
know.
the end of the movie you're like, damn, that shit's ass.
It's just chips.
It's just stale chips.
No more
cold
cheese.
Yeah.
Either no more cheese or cold cheese.
Yeah.
Soggy chips.
Exactly.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
We have a term. It's called like a nacho series, as if like the the number one is really good, but then it just doesn't like really pan out the rest of the book.
Yeah,
That's
or,
a good way to
first
put
issue
it.
is like, oh my god, this is gonna be so good, and then like all the good ideas were in like the first issue.
Damn.
Kind of like how in nachos, when you like take a bite and it's got the guac, it's got the sour
That's so
cream,
true.
Got some chicken,
Wait,
the
that's
cheese,
so
and you
gas.
eat it, and you're like, wow, this shit's gonna be
Like
amazing.
when we ate nachos at
Huddle
what was
House.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all like the guac and all the
Oh,
stuff
amazing.
was at the beginning, and then like
Some
at the
killer
end there
chips.
was just like
Yeah,
the
and it's
radishes.
just like just
I forgot there were radishes in that.
And
Those
they're
are
like-
pretty good.
and then you're like, just end the book already.
Yeah. Like I really didn't like what's the guy in the cloak?
Taskmaster.
Yeah, I mean I liked it, but like the way it ended, I feel like could have gone better.
Yeah, I feel like he could have gotten a couple more like hits in. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been
Or
kinda
ended
cool.
it
'Cause
way
he's like,
cooler.
because he's like representing like everybody that he's killed so far, kind of. So I mean, it was like a bigger fight scene, but it didn't feel like much of a challenge, I guess, for Deadpool at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
because the book's so short, like the fight is pretty short in
Yeah.
itself.
you got to wrap it up. Do you think it'd be better with like one more issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a couple more kills, like the Punisher thing probably could have been like
Yeah.
a whole issue.
I appreciate that they went like in pretty weird directions,
Yeah.
so I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that the Spider-Man one was like right
Yeah,
in the beginning,
that
so
is
it
cool.
set up like
hmm
my expectations super high. And
Yeah,
then,
because you're like, whoa.
yeah,
Yeah, I would
especially
agree
with like
that.
the punchlines or whatever.
What's cool about that one is like Deadpool knows that he's in a comic, and he's just talking about how like he was gonna like kill like Marvel's like Golden Boy, and Spider-Man really can't kill him to stop him because like that'd be breaking character
Yeah.
for him and things like that. And so I thought that was a cool monologue during that.
Yeah. Well, there's a part in the book where he says the only way he can kill Wolverine is by killing his popularity. Because, like, I think they're mentioning that, like, since he's such a popular character, if he dies, he'll always come back, just like in comics in general.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he goes to kill the creators of the book. I think he's like killing just Marvel in general, like everybody
I
that
see.
makes Marvel books, and that's how he kills technically everybody,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah,
I like that. But I think if I were to,
What if he went to like the editor in chief, like Joe Quesada at that time? He's like, it's done.
yeah, that'd be fun. It's like Joe Quesada's head.
Yeah.
An actual person. I'd rate it one of those Spider-Man popsicles, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a little fucked up.
Which they all are.
Yeah, because Spider-Man's head gets fucked
the
up in this book.
SpongeBob ones are foul.
Yeah,
Yeah. The eyes are like,
yeah,
Yeah. The
'Cause-
teeth are like all like.
yeah. I rated that because it's good at the time, but also Spider-Man's head gets fucked up in this book, so
yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Valid.
Cool.
So let's go to our next segment, which is the poll list. Colin.
Shove in your box. The pull list, what did you shove in your box?
Serena, what comics you pick up this week?
Oh, let's see. I didn't pick up any actually.
Okay, all right.
Awkward.
You gotta go later. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
What'd you pick up, Daniel?
I'm going to be getting Man's Best number 5.
Yep.
Going to get Ultimate X-Men number 5. I may or may not get Dark Knights of Steel all winter.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta see what my stack looks like. I didn't really finish Dark Knights of Steel, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'd probably have to finish the original one.
Yeah, but I will be getting Remote Space number 2. Yeah,
Is that the one I recommended you read and then I didn't pick it up?
yeah.
Okay.
Who's that? The colorist who was on like Invincible? Clay something. Cliff Rathbun.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's his book. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be getting that. I might get the new Gerard Way book called Paranoid Gardens
I
number
was going
1.
to get that, but I had a big stack.
Yeah. Are you gonna get? Did you get Namor number 1?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, by Jason Aaron.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think right.
I don't know.
Are you getting World's Finest 29?
Yeah, it's Dan Mora's last issue.
Whoa! Yikes!
So we'll see if that keeps going. I don't know if it is, but
Mm.
yeah, I picked up that. I picked up Barfly from last week because I forgot
Oh,
to go
yeah.
get it the week before. World's Finest, Green Lantern War Journal number 11, and Into the Unbeing number 2.
Oh, you're right.
There's that cave one.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Sweet.
Did you read anything this week?
I read a trade for a new image book called Petrolhead.
Okay.
You ever heard of that?
That sounds familiar.
Have you seen it?
Like, gives pretty punk rock vibes.
It's pretty punk rock.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I like heard about it on the First Issue Club podcast, and it sounded really cool.
Yeah,
it's like
okay, yeah, I know what this is.
It's got like robots that like race cars and stuff in the future.
Robots race the cars?
Yeah.
Whoa, wait, that's such a good idea.
It's pretty fucking sick, and I think you'd love it.
Okay,
we might have to do an episode on it soon.
Down.
But what'd you read?
I started catching up on my Green Lantern stuff.
Ooh, like War Journal?
I'm going to start that pretty soon. But I started catching up on Green Lantern, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Where I stopped is where there was like a big change in the story direction because there was like a tie-in for House of Brainiac, which is like a thing that happened.
Didn't
and
know
so
that.
when I picked it back up, it like felt pretty fresh. So that was nice. But
That's
yeah,
good.
I'm like 2 issues away from being caught up on that, and then I'm going to do War Journal. So
Sweet.
Serena, what have you been watching lately?
I wanted to watch the last episode of The Boys.
Oh, I didn't get to.
But I didn't get to, and I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, but I heard it's insane.
Have you? So you're up. You're caught up except for
this last episode,
the season finale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you?
Same.
Yeah, I watch it.
Okay, valid.
You watched the season finale?
Valid.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't get the chance to with Sophie yet. So.
But you watched this? Oh,
My lips are sealed.
Okay. Yeah. Don't.
Is it crazy?
Dude.
It's a good episode.
Okay.
Have you seen like that they like did a disclaimer of like the new season that's coming out, and they're like
we didn't do
may cause
this.
some disturbances of the
Current events and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're like
then,
we didn't mean for Trump to get assassinated almost.
Yeah, and then the comments were like, if you need a disclaimer to watch The Boys, then you shouldn't be watching The Boys.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
The name of the episode was called like Assassination Attempt.
Oh shit!
And then they changed it to like season 4 finale.
Life mimics art. What can I say? That is crazy. Do you think that like the showrunner of The Boys saw that happen? And he was like,
yeah,
like before
It's like we're gonna get canceled.
because
like
the first
week before,
and then like
comes
the
out,
first episode, Homelander's like in court, you know.
Yeah,
And so it's just nuts,
dude.
that how much it lined up, you know.
Yeah, because like what's that showrunner's name? He's like Eric Kripke or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think when he saw the news about the assassination attempt, he's like sweating? He's like, what do I do?
Well, the thing
Eric
is
Kripke
like
planned
Because
it.
like the show was filmed in 2023, so it's obviously like they didn't see that and they filmed something real
Yeah.
quick, you know. But yeah, that's just crazy that the coincidence there.
Well, even like during like the show where they had like the it was kind of like a more glorified like Republican Party and then Democrat Party
Oh,
of
yeah.
like
Like
when
fighting
they're
each
all
other.
like separated and they all have their signs or whatever,
Yeah.
like for Starlight and then Homelander.
Yeah.
It's like, tell me that's not like a fucking like shadow of what's happening like right
Oh,
now.
for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they definitely did it on
I feel like
purpose.
they shouldn't even be like scared about the attempted assassination because it was coming because they said it in the season. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
That's like what they've been
about
playing the whole time.
Yeah.
I just
about
think they have to
ex.
be like, my bad, I guess, you know.
Yeah, but it's like whatever.
But honestly, that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
I think they should have kept it, bro. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. Like keep the episode title, but now make it all caps or something. Like
Yeah. Or I'd like the little
because that is like
parentheses.
that is once in a lifetime that some shit like that would happen. So
Bro.
Right.
Oh my god.
so yeah, you watching anything else?
Dexter. Already told you about that.
Oh, yeah,
though. Yeah. I haven't really watched more since what I've told you, but that's pretty good. I think we're about to start the 3rd season, which I think you guys said it was like the best season, or maybe that was the 4th season.
3 and 4 are both like super strong.
Super
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Wait, so where your second season? You said?
I'm at the end of 2nd season, so
Oh,
I'm
okay,
about
gotcha.
to go in 3rd season.
Ooh, good shit's coming.
Yeah.
Good show. Yeah, me and Sophie started Daredevil. Watched the first episode, and I love that show.
So good.
I think the first episode is, I think it's paced really well, but there's definitely like some lawyer stuff where it's like, okay. And like the guy that plays Daredevil kind of talks quiet sometimes,
Yeah.
but then the action's pretty loud. So I have to like constantly like turn up and turn down the shit. So when they're like in like a courtroom or something, I'm like turning it up. Or when he's like confessing to like a priest or whatever, I'm turning up the volume.
Yeah.
And then it'll just cut to some action. And it's like, and I have to be like, oh shit, okay, turn it down. I think they fix that later on.
Subtitles, bro.
Your
I
TV
do
is
do
so
subtitles.
funny though, because remember when we played that game? And
Yeah, okay. That only happens if I'm not using the sound bar But I use the sound bar because it's connected to my Xbox. But if I'm playing on like a Switch, my TV does this weird thing where
Like pop sound.
like the sound gets really loud for like a second and then it goes back down to regular.
But it's so funny because we played that one like cutesy little game and then it got like really loud
music's like,
out of nowhere.
We were just trying to stack fruit on each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, good show. There was I could she was like texting her friend at one point and I was like, okay, I'll let it slide, it's fine. And I'm like, it's pretty important.
Yeah.
And then I was like, do you want me to pause it? I was like
I hate
doing
that
shit.
though. It's like
She doesn't normally do that, but I think she like had to respond, and so. But I was like, it's a long text you're sending.
it sucks when you're showing someone something and like they're not paying attention at the most important part.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Well, I think she thought it's like, oh, it's a quiet part, so I can send a text or whatever. But that's when they're explaining like all the crime families or whatever in Daredevil, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, you're gonna miss some context here. So
Going back to the boys real quick.
Yeah.
I just noticed something that was kind of weird this season. So the first episode, there's some scene where Homelander's like grabbing Ryan.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not going to miss Smash Mouth.
Oh,
And
yeah.
The singer of Smash Mouth like died like this year or last year.
Definitely last year, I thought.
Last
but,
year, yeah. And then later, there's like something about music. Like the scientist, he like has like music playing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I hope it's not shitty like 2000s music, whatever. And then it's a song by Crazy Town, and that singer just died like this month.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, what is the boys doing?
It's giving
Right.
like The Simpsons, you know how
Right.
like they predict shit.
Yeah.
And then I think this last episode or the episode before, they mentioned Dave Matthews Band. And I'm like, is Dave Matthews about to die?
Dude, do you think Dave Matthews is like, oh shit?
He has like bodyguards outside his house.
Yeah.
Right. And so it was just so like bizarre. I'm like, this is weird.
Imagine they like call Drake a pedophile or something at some point in the season.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so that was just like another thing. I'm like, this is weird.
The boys curse?
Yeah, because they don't play a lot of music in that,
No,
you know?
it's just violins or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
That's kind of crazy.
they didn't know about Smash Mouth like when they were filming it, but then that just happened.
Yeah.
And so it was just bizarre.
Yeah. But I feel
That's
like
crazy.
a lot of that is just like you can relate it to anything like that's happening right now. And that's what's crazy about it. I feel like it's what's so interesting.
It'd be funny if they just like, the next season's like the last season. They like kill Homelander or whatever, and that's like the end of it or whatever. Or if they do kill Homelander, I don't know.
I don't know.
But what if they just like kept going and then just kind of always kept it like kind of in line with things that are going on, like
Yeah.
like The Simpsons?
It would just become like South Park almost.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Homelander just gets more and more crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, do you remember that scene where he rips that dude in half?
Oh yeah, Web Weaver.
Yeah, the web weaver.
Oh, I hated that
whole
episode,
scene.
bro.
Actually,
that was
you know what
so
made me cringe?
weird.
What made me cringe that episode was when Frenchie had to saw off the leg.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Kamiko. Or
Yeah, Kamiko's leg
Yeah.
to like stop the disease or whatever. I was like,
the fact that it spreads so
that.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sophie had to give me like an actually because
Wait.
it's like shit in your bloodstream goes like so much more fast. It
Yeah.
doesn't grow like that. It just immediately
Well,
goes through
it
your
felt
heart
like
or
the
whatever.
scene was super long, and it was just like
They had to make it dramatic. Yeah.
yeah. And like when he was cutting it, it felt like
Oh.
so slow. I
Dude,
was like,
it was like
What
it
did
just
the-
reminds me of like 127 hours when he's cutting off his arm or whatever. It's like, dude, give
Or
me
like
out.
The Walking Dead with like Herschel and
Yeah.
like, Rick's
Oh.
like
Oh, dude, I'm like, get me out
oh
of here.
my gosh.
Like he's like sawing that shit off, and she's obviously got probably pretty tough skin for being a soup, and yeah, disgusting.
yeah.
I think
Butcher
it's
looks
crazy.
rough too, so
Oh.
He's
He's
having a
like my
hard time.
favorite character though. Like
He's so good.
It sucks that he's like
Do you see the boys memes on your For You page?
some of them. Which ones are you
I'll start
thinking of?
sending them to you, and then if you like them, you'll get
It's
Yeah.
more.
just like
Yeah.
it's just like Butcher impressions, and it's just like, oi, Huey, Homelander, the bollocks me wife, and took me son, and took me my son.
I can't even impersonate that accent if I could. Like
It's just something so. It's just so fun to like watch Butcher do things.
yeah,
Yeah.
And he's like diabolical.
he's just like such a badass character, bro.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Did you
Huey
watch?
makes me want to cry though. I'm like,
Did you watch that like animated boys show? It's called The Boys,
Boys
Diabolical.
Yeah.
And it's like each episode is like a different story, and there's like different like animation styles and stuff like that. They're all like spin-off kind of things. Like some are in the story and some aren't.
Yeah.
But like, you know, after you finish the season, if you want like some more, that's like a pretty fun series.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Where is it on?
It's on Prime
On
as well.
Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never even heard of
They're
that.
just dude, what was anyway, yeah, I'll ask you in a second, but yeah, it's just like random stories set within the Boys universe. So not all of them have like Huey and Butcher in them, but some of them
One's
do.
like Homelander's first mission and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And one is focused on Butcher's dog. What's his name?
Dude, that's what I was gonna ask you. I can't remember what his name was. It's like meat bone or something. Do you remember the bulldog's name?
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, dude,
Where'd he go?
That's what I was just wondering.
Someone's like taking care of him. They,
yeah,
like,
I think
talked
like his
about it.
auntie or
Oh.
whatever is taking care of him. But it's like
The Boys.
it's like
dog.
meat
Terror.
terror. Oh, okay, it's not meat anything.
Wait, that's kind of sick.
No, it's a
terror.
sick name.
Terror for a bulldog name is
That
awesome.
is-
That's a hardcore band. That's
I wanna,
awesome.
I want to give that to like a chihuahua or like some or like a cute dog.
What if
Bro.
Linus's name was Terror?
I called
be
someone
awesome.
at work a chihuahua, and they got so offended.
Yeah.
They literally like took that to heart. And
Basically
I
a slur.
was- But I wanted to ask, like, what do you think is the most disturbing like episode in The Boys yet?
Disturb. I feel like the ones where they are like, this will be the disturbing episode, like the orgy one,
Herogasm.
Eurogasm. Like those ones aren't like too bad. I feel like
I really
But the
hated the,
one-
Web Weaver one. That
the
one,
Web Weaver is a little gross.
That one was
Actually-
and like the with the Tech Knight and stuff like that. That was like
Or what was that girl's name that she like came down and started like I was
Ashley
like
or whatever,
I
yeah.
did not expect her.
Oh
to be
yeah,
there.
she's
Yeah.
crazy. I think what pops into my head is when it's like the beginning of season 3, I think, and there's that guy that can shrink down and he like climbs inside
that's
a dude's
definitely it, yeah.
he like climbs
Oh,
inside
and his
that dude's
penis.
dick, and just like seeing him
Just
go
exploded.
in.
Oh fuck no!
Just
bruh.
like it's not like that gross, but I'm just like I can't believe I'm watching this happen right now.
yeah.
Like that
the
stuff
thing
is
is,
crazy.
when me and Jackson watched it, the only thing he couldn't watch was when that one episode where he met like the people that were kind of like making Homelander, and like he's like, remember when you called me
Oh,
squirt, and
yeah.
like he like
That was
made
a
him
tough
like
one.
do
He like,
that.
makes the dude jerk off in front of
But
him.
the thing is, I felt like that wasn't even bad compared to everything, and
It is
he like
just-
couldn't watch it.
It was just wildly uncomfortable.
It was, yeah,
'Cause he's
he
like,
was just
remember-
laughing, and I was like,
Yeah, because he's like goading the dude to go into like the hot box like room or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, ooh, this is uncomfortable. But yeah, when he was making the guy jerk off and he like starts spitting on his hand or whatever,
ooh, God,
I was like, ooh.
that's so foul.
And then he like just lasers his dick. So I could see that. That's kind of a just uncomfortable scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most disturbing is probably that one. Or remember the one where they're in like the insane asylum and the dude with like the long dick wraps
Oh.
mother's milk's like neck around
yeah.
his dick or whatever.
Love sausage.
Yeah, I love sausage.
Bruh.
He's in the comics.
Or like I just think like every time Web Weaver got nervous, he just fucking
Dude,
like
yeah, I'm like, come on,
"Ugh."
dude.
It just made me like ick.
Yeah, it
It's
sounded
so
gross.
hard.
It's not even webs.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine like auditioning for that role, bruh? Like I literally
I imagine
who would
some
even
of
want
these
to
are
do that?
pretty tough to audition for.
Yeah.
Actually, another thing that made me cringe is like the lobotomy stuff with Sage.
Oh, I thought that was interesting.
It's interesting, but when she like made Deep like really go into her eye and like
She's
start,
like, grab the hammer. It was like,
yeah, I was like, oh, dude, and then she's like twisted around or whatever. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't remember that.
So Sage, the smart one,
Super smart one.
yeah, when her and the Deep were fucking, she like had him like poke like a big rod into like her eye and just start scrambling her brains around.
Oh
You-
shit.
You remember that?
I don't remember that.
yeah, because she's so smart, but when like you're able to like destroy her brain a little bit, she can be kind of normal and like do dumb
Oh,
shit.
Okay.
that part I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a pretty good season so far, I would say. So
Yeah, I love this show.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, it hasn't disappointed
But
me.
I think season 5 ending is a good stopping point
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
because it's hard to up the grossness every single time, and it just becomes like maybe
And to have like a villain for like 5 seasons,
yeah
you know?
the same villain that just doesn't get stopped, you know, because he's going crazy this season. It's hard to like one up that.
I like the fact that
Constantly.
his son is just like kind of over
Yeah.
it. Like he can tell that his father's kind of like
Yeah.
crazy.
He's like going the right way.
When he was in like the puppet
show.
The puppet
or-
show,
yeah,
yeah.
the show, and he just like stop.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's trying to be the main character right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stop. My mom wouldn't want this.
And then it was like quiet for like a minute, and then he started talking again.
You see all the the Homelander puppet, just like
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Black Noir. I was sad that Black Noir died, bro. And
Oh, he's
now
like the best.
He's a new one. Now
Yeah.
there's a new one.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just not as cool.
new one's not as fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all saw something together this weekend.
We sure did.
God. I've seen so many TikToks about it.
Yeah,
We saw Longlegs.
Longlegs,
Let's
the
go.
movie, pretty scary.
I'm glad we got through it, guys.
Yeah, we got through it. We all saw it together at the same time.
Like, I think the first like 30 minutes was like the fastest my heart has ever beated. Like,
Yeah,
probably ever, even during like cardio and shit.
I would
Like,
say like
I was like,
if you
what
haven't
the
seen
fuck?
it, go like stop listening, go see it.
you,
Kinda deal.
you probably should have seen it by now if you're
Probably
a
should
horror
have seen it
fan.
by now, but if you haven't, you're thinking about it, go watch it because we're going to talk about it and it's great. I went in not knowing anything about this
Me
really.
neither.
I tried to go as
I
much
didn't-
as blind as possible.
I didn't even
yeah.
watch the trailer.
Yeah, that's the
Skipped it.
Yeah, I did too. I saw like 2 seconds of it. I'm like, I'll probably watch this.
If I ever
thought
see
it was-
posters, I'm like, I don't see it.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be kind of like the Babadook, or like it's just like this imaginary character,
Yeah.
and like I literally did not expect that at all, like some satanic shit. Like,
yeah, I didn't know where this was really gonna go. I don't even know why it's called Longlegs. Really?
Yeah,
like,
there
I know
weren't
the
any
charac-
spiders in this, dude.
Yeah, no
I
spiders.
think it's just because in the beginning he was like,
He's just
I
pretty
wore
tall.
my
I guess.
long legs today, or something like that.
I saw a bunch
But-
of like theories to where like I
Yeah,
think
like-
the biggest one is like that Longlegs still like kind of acts like a child in the way, and when he's like talking to a child, he thinks like the only difference between them is that his legs are long.
Oh, I see.
that makes so much more sense.
And there's like a
I'm
lot
like,
of
yeah, he's pretty tall.
there's a lot of like overarching themes of like pedophilia because
Mm-hmm.
like all the victims has like a small girl
Yeah.
in the families and whatnot. So I think that's kind of like what it was going
That's probably
for.
what it is. At the beginning,
oh
when
god.
you first see Longlegs, Serena asked me if that was Nicolas Cage, and I was like, no.
He laughed at me, and I was like,
I was like,
Bruh.
no. And then Dom, who I was sitting next to, was like, yeah, that was him. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly,
He's-
I couldn't recognize
Fucking
him. at all.
unrecognizable until you like look really close and you're like, okay, I could. If I didn't know Nicolas Cage was in this, I didn't think I.
I kind of wish they didn't tell us that until like the credits. They
True.
advertise it, and then in like the opening
Yeah.
credits, they say like Nicolas Cage is Longlegs. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
well,
think you could kind of tell, like, when he was in the interrogation room, you
Yeah.
can kind of see
Yeah.
similarities, but
Yeah,
like
you could a little
throughout
bit.
the whole movie, I couldn't tell. Yeah,
He is fucking disgusting to look at.
yeah,
So
God.
props to the makeup department putting those like weird nose prosthetics and shit on his face.
the cheeks and whatnot.
Cheeks are weird and oh my god.
Oh,
And like
gosh.
they're like this is like the spookiest movie I've seen in like a while.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the one that like really got me like holding on to something was like when he went into the random store and like that girl was working and then she was like, "Is that all? And did you find something okay?" And then he like went like this.
I don't even know if I can
didn't-
do that.
He, like just went like this and like he was. I thought he was gonna fucking like.
thumbnail?
and that was like and that was like before we saw his face fully,
Yeah.
and so it just kind of added to like, are we gonna see his face kind
Yeah,
of thing.
and that was like the reveal. It seems like they know this guy pretty well, so they're like, yeah, the weird guy's here.
Weird guy's back.
Yeah, I loved how she was
it's
just
funny.
so like disarmed by him,
Yeah.
even though it was like absolutely terrifying.
It is an
Yeah.
interesting choice.
because you're not sure like what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
because the unpredictability of him was like at an all-time high.
He's like yelling in the car.
Oh my fucking
that
god.
too. I
And
was
then
like,
and then like it
Me on
kinda,
the way to work.
It's like a
Me on Monday morning.
and it kind of foreshadows to her in the car
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
yeah, I like that.
Fucking crazy.
That like parallel.
Do you think there's gonna be a second one, but she's Longlegs?
I mean, it's possible
yeah.
for a
But he said-
sequel.
I just don't think a sequel would be.
Didn't he say he like that was the last horror like person or like that was like the last horror thing he was gonna do?
the director?
No,
Or-
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, Nick. I
he
mean,
said like it
he
was
wouldn't
so
be in the sequel
terrifying.
anyway. but-
Yeah.
Maybe because like the director is gonna be doing like he's already filmed like a Stephen King book.
Oh, cool.
It's called like The Monkey or something. I don't know what it's about, but
Oh,
that's
that's
something that'll be
exciting.
coming out.
There's a couple scenes where there's like house invasion stuff going on,
Oof,
and I fucking hate that.
that's like my number one like
Oh god.
fear kind
Yeah,
of thing. So
when
that shit always hits home
When she's
in
at
movies.
her house, she seems so vulnerable. It's like so out in the open. There's no neighbors.
The scariest fucking house.
And
for
then
some
she,
reason.
It's dark.
She like goes to confront the dude outside, leaves her door open.
And then he's just like walking in there like it's his own house.
And
like
then she turns around, sees a guy in his house, like that's a fucking surprise. But
and then
banging on the door.
okay, my heart is even racing thinking about it, bro. Like how?
it is, yeah. The pacing of everything going in, and like you're looking in the background constantly because there's stuff in the background that's scary. Like it was just like a really, really well made movie.
Yeah, and like all like when she's like not in the center of the frame, you're kind of looking everywhere because you think you're gonna miss something, but nothing happens. Like that's how you know it's a good movie.
Yeah, even that shit.
Yeah.
Because you just are so on edge.
She's like in her office and like the door's open to like her kitchen. I'm just staring at the kitchen,
Yeah.
waiting for some shit.
Yeah.
Like, turn on more lights.
Yeah, like who
shut your
does
blinds.
Bruh.
I became like a little disarmed at the end when like Longlegs was out of the picture. So I'm like just kind of like wondering how it plays out. Because I feel like it starts off so strong, but they don't really like keep that really scary momentum, you know, because it has to like, you know, have some exposition and whatnot.
I think the twist in here is like a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
Because I whispered it to Serena before it happened.
Yeah, he didn't believe that you predicted it. I told you after.
I was like, okay, there's somebody else, and then I was like, who else
looks is that crazy?
Who else is a little off-putting, but has also interacted with him, and I'm like, oh, okay, this person. I don't know if we want to spoil it or whatever. But
I mean, I think that we kind of talked spoilers quite a bit.
That's true. Yeah. So when it was the mom, I was like, yeah, she seems a bit weird.
Yeah, I just didn't expect. I don't know. I never try to like predict things just because they never make it obvious. You know, I just kind of let it play out. But
I don't even think I tried, but I was like, this is a question. And then I just thought about it for a second. But I like when the mom uses the shotgun because she there's so much recoil when she uses it. She's like a small woman, so when she uses the shotgun, she's like so much, it like blows her back. It's pretty funny.
The thing is I don't understand is like why did she feel like she had to do the last child? Like I know that like there was like a spell on her or whatever.
She feels like she has to do it constantly.
And so she had to do it, but I was like, and it was also predictable that it was going to be the chief or whatever.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
I didn't even think about it, how
really?
she had a birthday coming up and shit.
I didn't expect that until she said, oh, birthday. And I was like, oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
I expected it right in the beginning when it was just a little girl and him and her, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I didn't connect those dots yet. Well, because they didn't establish it was like a birthday related like trend. I don't think yet, right? I don't know why the dad didn't think that.
No.
Right, yeah.
When the dad's like, oh, it's all birthdays around this date.
And
Who do I know that has a birthday around this date? You know?
Yeah.
Dads don't even know their birthday. Let's be for real.
That's actually a pretty good explanation, actually.
Yeah. Well,
if they didn't talk about her having a birthday that week, then that's a pretty good explanation.
Well, I think I knew because in the beginning, like when he was like, "Oh, you're on this case," and she was like, "What's the common like?"
It's like the through line.
Yeah, what's the common like whatever? And he was like, "They're all around. All their birthdays are around like the 14th."
Yeah.
And so.
But it was specifically of January, right?
No, it was like any month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, any month. Yeah.
Ooh, yikes. Yours is around the 14th of any month.
The 15th.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I like heard someone's take on this, and they're saying that like that like kind of like society nowadays kind of like glorifies like serial killers, you know, with like shows and documentaries and stuff like that, and making them seem like kind of cool almost in a way.
Jeffrey Dahmer
and Bundy and whatnot. And I thought it was cool that they kind of made Longlegs like pathetic. Like when you saw him, like you didn't think like
very
he had very sad, very obviously troubled.
He doesn't look like he will hurt you. Like,
right.
Like you could run away from him.
He's kind of sick at making dolls, though.
Yeah, pretty good at that. Yeah.
If you like to make dolls, this guy. Oh man, I got a movie for you. Yeah. I also like it happened. It's like it happens sometimes, but when you see like the devil, like kind of, and then it like fades away. I love that shit,
dude. It was everywhere.
Yeah, you'd see his eyes, and then it's like it like fades in, and then you're like, did I even see that for real?
Are you talking about the horns or like the devil
horns
like under like
or like the eyes? You'd see like the red eyes.
Is sick.
Yeah, like just anytime you'd see like some sort of silhouette of the devil or whatever, and then it like fades away. You're like,
when they showed like
when
they showed the eyes like over like the cloak or whatever. I saw like memes who were like, do I look high right now? It's like they're like yellow and like piercing. And you're just like,
You just have like a black hood over you. And like, that's a good meme.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Or I saw a TikTok where it was like me after seeing Longlegs, and like it was this girl turning on all her lights, and then she's watching South Park.
Yeah, I had to watch Fairly Odd Parents when I got home.
I had to close my blinds. I don't know why. I just felt like someone was watching me.
Yeah,
I went straight to bed. I didn't have a problem.
I needed a little chaser. I had to tell Sophia how scary it was, and then how she should never ever watch a movie because she hates dolls and jump scares and everything. But like this one specifically, she should never see.
You know what's funny? My Jackson's mom, apparently, like one of her friends was like, "Oh, are you gonna go see Longlegs?" And she was like, "No, but Jackson's girlfriend will see it with you," because apparently she knows I really like horror movies or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so funny.
That's a good reputation.
I know. I was like, I'm glad that I actually have something that like, contributes to other people.
Yeah, this was sick. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I liked it.
I give it an 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Just because there was like a lot of hype around it, you know, and the advertising was like kick ass for it. And so I think that kind of built it up a little bit for me. And I think if it was just kind of scary throughout, I would give it like a 10 to where like I felt like I wanted to leave like the entire time.
I think some people did leave in our theater.
Yes.
Really?
Remember the girl in the front and she like left?
Yeah.
And then I never saw her come back.
Yeah.
There's like a mom and daughter, I think, or something, or like two girls that like left, and I don't remember seeing them come back.
I don't know if I could ever do that. Like
get scared.
Oh,
that's
no.
also me though.
Yeah.
I'll watch like a shitty movie through it out.
Just to see what the end is.
I
sell popcorn. Like
I left a movie when I was watching Rio 2.
You didn't like it?
The animated movie?
Why?
It sucks, dude.
Oh,
it's so bad it ruins the first movie.
Oh
Wow.
shit. I don't know if I've ever stopped watching one.
Yeah. But I say 10 out of 10 because it's like I haven't been that scared in a while. So
Right,
like,
yeah.
The fact that it can make me on edge, and like I caught myself with like my jaw open or whatever, like at some points. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even mean to do that. Like
it gave like the same it gave like the same like feeling as like Talk to Me in Hereditary.
I think Talk to Me was like,
it was a little unsettling.
Talk to Me was Mickey Mouse Clubhouse compared to this movie.
Really?
That's true.
I think I like Talk to Me more.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
I think like
I like both of them a lot, but
Like maybe this was like made better, but and then there was like a Talk to Me death in this, you know, with Longlegs like banging his head on the table.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I forgot about that.
Stole it.
Yeah. But that, I don't know, which one do you think was better?
I
Which
think
head slam is your favorite?
Yeah.
Talk to Me for sure.
Talk to Me because it was
like
right on the corner.
It was like it was like a
corner.
kid, and
Yeah.
like he was like possessed, so he couldn't like control himself. Longlegs
He
was just
didn't
like
die.
crazy. Yeah, but he's like close. You know,
His
he was,
face is
like,
all
going for it.
warped and
You didn't see his nose come off though.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
seen Longlegs' nose come off.
And
That even
also,
happened.
it's the fact that like Longlegs was like totally like himself, and he just
Yeah.
like chose to just fucking
He did that voluntarily.
slam his
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what really set it up was like the first 30 seconds of him just the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why was that so fucking scary?
I don't know, and that gave
Because-
like
yeah.
you know like YouTube shorts of like horror movies, how they're like
Dude,
I
I
don't know
love horror
why.
TikToks.
Oh my gosh, they're just so scary.
Every time they
for
went
no
back
reason.
to that like
That scene.
flashback footage, I was like, no, stop it.
Yeah, I know.
Or that I keep thinking about like when the little girl was like walking outside the house looking at the car, and he's just like, hello. He's just like,
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
can't.
do you remember he's just
I
poking
do.
his head outside the
Yeah.
house? And I'm like, no, dude, this is terrible.
Yeah,
Don't walk over there.
It's pretty scary.
I
I don't think I could ever live in like a what
a
do you-
remote kind of house like
what
that.
do they call that? Like urban or
I don't know.
there's like a name for that kind of like housing situation,
Yeah.
but that's too open for me. Like yeah, so
Yeah, her house
you
is
never
like
know.
that too.
Like people's whose backyards are forests, like be for real. Like you never know.
Yeah, because
like,
at
fuck off.
nighttime it's just pitch black
Yeah.
out.
It
You don't
it could be
see
a murderer.
anything.
It could be a bear.
like at
It could be-
Laporte. Oh my god, I know
Yeah.
there's a murder out there. Like
Probably-
be for real.
I mean that.
Do you
Not there.
remember
That's a
when
nice
we
place.
went to Maine
Oh yeah.
and we stayed at someone's house, and it was you had to take like a dirt road to his house, and then it was just completely surrounded by trees,
Yep.
and you couldn't see anything when it was nighttime.
Yeah.
you know, other than like his porch lights.
That's freaky.
That's like
terrifying.
set up to be fucking
Yeah,
terrifying.
I know. How do you sleep?
We're
Yeah.
such city people.
They had a basement.
I know. We're
I'm like,
suburban.
where's your brick wall?
I don't hear cars.
Did you ever hear what I whispered to Dom that made him like start laughing in the middle of the theater?
I asked him later.
Yeah, because I was like watching that scene where he's like being interrogated, Nicolas Cage's character.
Mm-hmm.
And I just lean over to Dom and I'm like, this guy was Superman last year. But it's also crazy because he was also Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
So like,
Last
it's crazy
year,
that
yeah.
you could be Spider-Man and Superman and then be this fucked up character.
Yeah.
And like very convincing, very
I
scary.
have a feeling
So
that
it's
it's
cool.
gonna be like the same, like the one who played Joker and he went insane because he like was so into the character.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why. It just gave out the same, like, to be that disturbing and like just be acting.
Yeah,
like
so
you.
Nick Cage is
believable.
goated.
He is
Yeah.
so good.
This is like in his like.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, this is in his Mount Rushmore, I think.
Oh, of his top movies?
Oh.
Yeah.
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Longlegs.
Longlegs.
That's it.
Spider-Man. I'm just kidding.
Superman.
Or there's like the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah, he's just himself.
Yeah. Where he's playing himself. But yeah, good shit.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
shit. I like the movie.
There's just so much to talk about that movie,
Yeah.
and I have no one to talk about it except you guys. Like
Hell
no
yeah.
one else will see it.
Actually, one last thing. I never understood the snakes.
Oh,
Remember the snakes?
yeah. And her like little flashback thing.
Yeah, she'd have like little scary flashbacks and it'd just be like a little snake. And I'm like,
You know what was also terrifying?
Huh.
When she was going through the photos.
Dude, yeah.
That like was like, honestly, I think that was the only thing that made me like jump a little, was when he like bent down and showed his face and then she took a picture
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was so loud and you
Yeah.
saw his face. That like set off like something in me. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah, that was when like it started to like kind of go downhill for me because like they got him, you
Yeah.
know. He just like gave himself up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
And
that was a freaky part.
Who would have knew that she came like an FBI agent and then like that shit happened to her and her family.
yeah, pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Good movie. What do you rate it
Movie.
out of 10?
I think 9 out of 10. I think
9?
the only thing that marked off was probably how they caught him. I feel like it could have been more like,
Yeah, it was just kind of like standing there.
yeah, he was just like at the bus stop.
But it's like kind of scary too because it's like he just wanted
He
to.
knew.
And so it's like, why did he want to? And so
Yeah.
you're kind of like still on edge in a way. But if they caught him when he was like trying to do something, you're like almost more relieved because it's like, oh, he didn't want this to happen. So this is good for us.
It's the same with
But the
like,
fact that he's gave himself up, it's like, okay, why did this happen? So
Mhm.
I can see why they did it that way.
But anyway, what are we gonna read next week, Nathan? What are we gonna read next week?
I don't know.
Mm.
Are we still doing Eisner books? Or is that going to be done?
Okay, no, it'll be done, and we'll have the winners.
Okay, so we'll read some of the winners maybe.
Yeah, but we don't know the winners yet. But Batman the Cape Crusader will come out on the 1st. You want to do like a Batman book?
Sure.
There is a book called Batman the Cape Crusader. It's by Neil Gaiman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
what Halloween book are we reading?
Which one are we going to read with her?
Did we read with her?
Which one are we going to read with Serena? 'Cause I know we had some
I
ideas.
don't know if I have one that I know that you would like or would be like a good horror book. But have you ever watched any Evil Dead movies?
Yeah.
So there's like Army of Darkness like comics. That's like an option. Have you ever seen 30 Days of Night?
Mm-mm.
So that's like a vampire horror movie that's based off a comic. That could be one that we do. There's Deceased, which is like the DC universe becomes zombies. I don't know if that'd be necessarily like scary or anything. Did you read Bloodstained Teeth?
Yeah.
Do you think that was a scary book?
No.
No? Okay.
It just kind of like takes vampires and does something unique with them.
Yeah, I still have to kind of scout for some stuff.
We'll pick something spooky.
Maybe a horror manga if you're
That'd be
open to
cool.
that.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
down for
I'm
that.
open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I haven't read any horror mangas. So
Okay.
I'm down for one manga.
How about Uzumaki right there? See how thick it is?
That's a lot of pages.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
I could do it.
Yeah, Rena could do it. But that's like probably like the most popular like manga horror that I can think of, at least. It's gonna have like an anime come out this year potentially,
Okay.
and so
Bad.
that's something. But it might take some time to read.
Yeah.
I love like horror anime. Like
Okay.
I don't know if like Death Note would be a part of that, but Death Note is so good. Like If I had to recommend any anime, it'd be Death Note to anyone.
Someone watched it.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
still haven't?
No, I haven't.
I got pretty far in it. I haven't finished it, but
Wow, he didn't even finish it.
it's yeah, you know, but
I think it just might be me, but I just really liked it.
Yeah. Are you talking about whatever happened to the Cape Crusader? This one?
I think so. I know that's like a deluxe.
This one's 124 pages.
Oh, is it?
I'm down for that. It's got Andy Kubert, big fan of his.
Ooh. Yeah, you want
What is Cape Crusader? The thing that's coming out?
It's like a animated show that is.
Oh, the Prime one.
Yeah, the Prime
Oh, okay,
one.
yeah. Let's do that.
Cool. Sounds good.
Sweet.
All right.
Thanks, Serena, for coming on.
Thanks for
Yeah.
inviting
Reading some
me.
comics.
Thanks
Even
for-
though I push myself to be on this podcast.
Anytime.
No, whenever
Literally.
you want to read anything, you're on.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the link tree in the bio. Like, comment, subscribe, stuff like that.
All the socials.
Yeah.
5 stars as well.
5 stars.
Do you think Serena's a W sister? 5 stars.
Turn on notifications.
Turn on the bell.
Smash that like button.
I knew you were gonna.
All right, never mind. We're just 1 star now.
Smash the dislike button. At least I know you're watching.
Yeah.
Tell us your favorite Deadpool comic.
Yeah.
tradewaiterspod@gmail.com. And we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.